Before I say anything in this review, just one question. Since I was not aware there was a part 2 to this whole murder series things, because I found out that Death on the Nile was technically a sequel to Murder in the Orient Express, whatever you call it. Is there a third one? Just curious, because I was not aware there was a second one. Hello, welcome back to another movie reviewing channel, but this time it's going to be a double movie review since, 2 months ago, actually, back in February, I did a community post asking you guys, I did a poll on the community page, asking you guys if I should do a double movie review instead of, like, doing it separately, and most of you said yes, so, yeah, here it is. I've had the opportunity to check out Death on the Nile finally on Hulu about, a few days ago, actually 2 weeks ago, sometime around March 29th and the 30th? No, it was most likely the 29th. The 29th was when I got the chance to see it, because because it was coming out on that exact day on Hulu. But yeah, not only I'm going to be reviewing Death on the Nile, but I'm going to be reviewing Murder on the Orient Express, since I have seen that, but way back, I guess around sometime in quarantine. I forgot when I saw it exactly, but I definitely know for a fact it was sometime during 2020. But I'm going to try to make this short, because just, I got some other stuff to do besides homework, so yeah, let's cut to the chase. So starting off with my thoughts with the first one, I'm going to say this right off the bat, I was quite disappointed with this movie, but before I talk about why I was disappointed, the main reason why I was disappointed, how did this caught my interest? Now, I did heard about this back then, didn't care much about it. I was more concerned with Thor Ragnarok, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and other awesome movies coming out in 2017 that caught my interest, because, like, I have this thing with me where it would depend on what movie catches my interest. Now, I've been, like, for example, I've been hearing a lot about Everything Everywhere at Once. People have been praising it, and I barely heard about it, but just like, I'm too focused with other stuff like Morbius or the Batman or Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and all that. But still, I have been interested in checking that out. I mean, still, what I'm trying to say is that, I have like a weird interest with movies. It just depends on what movies I'm into or something. I don't know, but basically, I wasn't into this, but then I guess I did some research on it. I don't know exactly how I ended up watching this in the first place, which probably wouldn't make any sense when I think about it, but let's just say, the reason it caught my interest was because it was a murder mystery movie, and I happen to be a fan of murder mysteries. Like, I thought Knives Out was going to be one of my worst movies of 2019, but then after finishing it, it went on to my best movies of 2019. I don't know where it is. It's either around number 3 or something. I'm going to have to make a video about that with my top something movies of best movies of 2019. I don't know. I still got to make a video about my best and worst movies of 2021. So I watched this on FX on my TV since I hadn't recorded because I wanted to check it out. So I didn't know how I could watch it because I mean I had a few options, rent it, but I didn't know where to watch it. So the only option I got was just my TV. But I've missed a lot. I've missed a lot on Nickelodeon Disney Channel because I've been on the Ruko a lot. The Ruko has now become the new TV. I'm getting off topic here. So yeah, blah blah blah. There's some twists and turns and all that, but I'm just gonna cut to the chase to why this movie was just kind of disappointing for me. Also, this will contain spoilers if no one has not seen it, but I would recommend people to check this out. The first two, which would be Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile. So, yeah. And also, I'm wishing I watched the first one and prep for Death on the Nile, but sadly I couldn't, which sucks. But anyway, so, the main reason I was extremely disappointed with the first one was because, I'm probably getting the wrong idea, which is why I wanted to rewatch it again to see if I'll have a different opinion on it, or if I missed something and didn't pay close attention to it. But, the main reason I was disappointed with it was because the serial killer, basically the murder reveal was that all of them were behind it. All of them were responsible for just killing the gangster that Johnny Depp is playing in this movie. I was surprised that everyone were behind it, but here's one thing like the actual murder was, because you guys are probably going to be telling me, everyone was not the murderer, you're getting the wrong idea of this, which I feel like I'm probably getting the wrong idea about this, which is why I kind of want to rewatch it again, to understand it better, since I'm a little bit older now and understanding movies a lot more, because I didn't understand much back then. I understood a little bit, but just didn't understand much. But still, though, I was surprised that everyone in the whole train killed the gangster that Johnny Depp was playing, and I'm just like, wait, what? And, I don't know. I I just wasn't a fan of it. I just did not like how it was. I just didn't like how everyone were basically, because like basically all the suspects were the murderers. But what I'm thinking was probably the real murderer was sorry if I'm gonna pronounce his name incorrect. Michelle Pfeiffer's character. Okay, I butchered that name horribly. I really gotta get together with me just pronouncing the names correctly and all that. But still, though, I was very disappointed with the first one, and just, yeah, but I am interested in rewatching it again just to see if I missed anything and see if I'll have a different opinion or we'll have the same opinion. But because I've been thinking about it, and I know for a fact that just, I'm going crazy just saying that everyone were the murderers, because just, I don't know. Anyways, let's move on to the other one, which, let me talk about my experience with just Death on the Nile, because, okay, where do I begin? So, I think I found out about this in the theater, because they were playing a trailer of this. I heard about Death on the Nile and all that, there was a trailer release and all that, and just, I'm just basically doing the same thing as I always do, which would be, nope, not interested. I'm more focused on this one at the moment. But as I saw this trailer, I don't know how this happened. I'm guessing this happened when I, was shocked about this. I'm guessing I saw this trailer in the, I'm now having trouble explaining this. So I'm guessing, I saw a trailer for this movie, in the theater. I don't know. I'm like, that's the only explanation I got. But just, so yeah, they were playing the trailer in the theater, and I'm just like, oh, looks like I'm gonna end up watching this trailer anyways. But the big bombshell that caught my attention was that this was a sequel to Murder on the Orient Express. Because by the end of the trailer, they show the detective, which would be R.Q. Wait a minute. I'm not pronouncing his last name correctly. Basically, they show the detective from the first one. I'm like, whoa! Wait a second! Wait, this is a sequel? And my mind was completely blown. And yeah, I was in. I needed to check this out. And I'll say this right off the bat, the trailer music for the trailer, for both trailers, I'm just obsessed with. Never again is what you said the time before. Okay, that was a bit of cringe there. And funny story, this movie was originally supposed to come out on my mom's birthday, October 23rd, 2020. Sadly, that got delayed to 2022. It's been delayed who knows how many times. I basically had to wait 2 years just to check this out. That's fun. Also, surprising detail about the first two movies. So, the actor, which I'm hoping to get this right, Kenneth Branagh. I definitely butchered that name. For better context, the actor that played the bad guy from Tenet is not only the actor for the detective, but also the director for the first two movies. Now I'm just like, oh snap! So that was just a bonus right there, because basically there's now two actors that are directors, which would be Tyler Perry, that portrays Medea in his movies, and then this guy who portrays his character detective in his movies, which he directs. Which I'm surprised he's even the director for the first two movies, and it still blows my mind. So yeah, the movie did come out around February 11th, 2022, which would be, I guess, officially 2 months ago today. And I did my best to avoid spoilers, which surprisingly I succeeded, because, you know what, let me just start off with what I was guessing could be the killer. Now, to be honest, I probably forgot who I was betting on could have been the killer, but I'm gonna go with, the character that Emma Mickey, if I pronounce, wait, is it Mickey or Mickey? Because it's got, like, an A in the Mickey. I'm just gonna say Emma Mickey. So, I was probably betting on, Emma Mickey to be the killer, which, gotta say two things. One, not only she's from Sex Education, which I am a fan of that show, and still gotta do a review of that. Well, I'll probably do that when season 4 comes out. But just, I can't believe I'm about to do this. I'm a simp, alright? I'll admit this. She is hot. Okay, I'm doing this video. So yeah, I was hoping it would be coming out sooner on a streaming service, and luckily I found out it was coming out on March 29th on Hulu, and I'm like, yay! Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyways, now that I've seen the movie, here's what I was worried about before going into it. I was worried it would possibly be the same thing like the first one, where everyone would just have been the murderers, and just yeah, I would just possibly hate this movie, but still. I had my worries, which would mean I was very skeptical about going into this one. But after seeing it, I am happy to confirm I enjoyed this a lot more than the first one. And I can see what people have been talking about with how it's how it begins. Like, the whole beginning thing. Like, in the beginning of the movie, I can see what they're talking about with how it's just kind of taking things slow or something. Basically, what we want is just, when are we going to get to the murder mystery? This is taking too long, okay? We're getting bored here. And we then get to the murder mystery, but here's something that surprised me in the movie, which I forgot who was basically gonna be the dead victim, as in, like, basically, who killed this person. And I guess my money was on Simon Doyle, but I should have paid close attention to the trailers. Because turns out the dead victim was Gal Gadot's character! Because as it was revealed that she was murdered, I'm like, oh my god! No! She dies! Are you kidding me? Yeah. I was very surprised just to see that happen. But I was also surprised we had gotten like 3 dead victims in this movie. One was with Gal Gadot's, I guess, butler, which would be Rosie Leslie's character. And I was probably betting her to be the killer as well. But sadly, no. She was also killed as well, because she may have saw the murder, which she definitely did. But, it was too late. But also, one thing I was so upset about was, Buick, if I got his name right, who is friends with the detective. He was sadly killed off in this movie, and I'm like, no, are you kidding me? Oh, no! Why? I was so upset he was killed. I was basically having the same feeling with how I was upset that Han Solo got killed off by Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens. But anyways, let's just get down to the whole killer reveal, because I could say I was right about my prediction, but honestly, I was just guessing. I was just having trouble guessing. Just basically deciding who could it be, who was I betting my money on, because, like, I couldn't decide. I couldn't figure out who was the killer. Like, I was just all over the place. But I could say it was pretty obvious that Emma McKenzie's character would most likely be the killer for this movie, but plot twist, there are 2 killers in this show! I mean, movie. Crap, let me rephrase that. There are 2 killers in this movie. And surprise, surprise, the second killer was Simon Doyle! I didn't saw that coming! He basically murdered his wife and just... Man, love really can make you do crazy stuff. Wait a minute, did I go off topic? I don't know! Well, I could say this this whole love triangle was a tragic love story. I have no idea if that was a pun or a joke. I'm probably bad at those. Then again, I'm not too sure. I'm not a comedian. But overall, I really enjoyed Death on the Nile. I do like it a lot more than the first one. I will have to check out the first one just to see if I have a different opinion or I'll have the same opinion, but still. I was very glad I enjoyed this a lot. I was very worried I would not like this and figured this would basically be the same thing as the first one, but luckily, I was wrong. So, what are going to be my ratings for both movies? So, for the first one, I'll give it a... I'll probably give it a 4 out of 10, because, again, I was very, very disappointed with the first one. Very disappointed. But for the second one, it is definitely going to be an 8, either an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10, because I really did enjoy this a lot. And that is also the main reason for why I would like to know if there's a third one, because I was not aware that that there was a sequel to Murder on the Orient Express. I was so surprised to find out that while I was watching the trailer, that Death on the Nile was a sequel to Murder on the Orient Express. So yeah, I would like to know if there's a third one or not. But those are just my quick thoughts on Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile. But I would recommend you guys go check out both movies, mainly with the Death on the Nile, which is streaming on Hulu. But be sure to let me know your thoughts, comments down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Never again is what you swore the time before.